For me today, the choice is between a Raspberry Pi computing node or basically using a cheap Chinese Android device, and just a little bit of digging around. So I spent the whole of yesterday and also today, and I'm trying to explore how I could turn one of the cheap Chinese notepads that I have in the house. It has around 80 GB of RAM and 500 GB of storage. Of course, I'm not very trustful. Some bought some cheap Chinese things which claim one thing and then they have a different number. But here is something for you to see, something interesting. This is the notepad that I have. The kids at home broke it apart and then it's become unusable, especially the screen. So I've not completed total stripping to finally remove, especially this is the screen, the touch screen. So to avoid interference, I just had to disconnect some few things here, especially now like this one here, and to emulate or to be able to access it. So the most important thing is this, just this board, and then I have this C-type cable that connects it with, and so this could very much replace the need for, say, a Raspberry Pi, because I have 80 GB and then 500 GB of storage, 80 GB of RAM and 500 GB of storage. And so this is what I've been working with. There is a script, I don't know, like a simple program, Python program. It is launched via screen Pi, something like that. And then this is the main screen where I'm actually accessing it via the She shell. So I've been trying to run it I've been trying to run it with the termux purely, and I was having trouble with installing certain packages. So I did a proot, and then I logged in. I installed the proot and then a distro as Debian. So I'm using it as a Debian. Of course, there is some slowness. It is not as powerful as these normal CPUs, but there are other